Okay, last time we discussed paragraph 1. Today we can go for the paragraph 2, that is at the last right together, and the lines are like that. First line is, my mistress bent that brow of hers, those deep dark eyes were bright demurs. So we can just go for the first line. My mistress bent that brow of hers. This is one thing is there, that she has rejected the man's proposal, that is of being accepted as a lover. And now when he has asked the last favor, his last request is to go on last ride together. So she is not a cruel or rude girl. She actually does not avoid him, she does not ignore him. She looks towards him. She bends her brows towards him. That's why it's written here, my mistress bent at brow of hers. The word my mistress, I can simply say, he is trying to say, my mistress is using my mistress to signify this thing only, that he is so much in love with her that he considers her to be his. It's not that he is forcing that she should accept his love, but he has already been rejected. But he is calling my mistress just because he considers her to be his. That's why my mistress. And now the girl, even after rejecting him, she listens to him. She does not just be so rude to him, she just listens to him. And what he's asking for, he's asking for a favor, that is to go on last ride. And she looks towards him. That's why it's a bent that brow of hers. And now her eyes are being described. When she looks towards him, he looks into her eyes, and he's describing her eyes. Her eyes are deep dark eyes. Deep dark eyes actually you have only if you have depth of thought. Thoughtful person can only have deep dark eyes. A person who is experienced, a person who is thoughtful can have deep dark eyes. That's why those deep dark eyes were pride dimmers. Pride dimmers. Dimmers means it stays, lingers. Pride actually is a quality. Sometimes we can take it in a negative light, but it's a quality if a person has. It's a sign of a person's being responsible. It's a sign of person's being a person who has restrained himself or herself from passions and emotions which were perhaps not accepted in society, and a person who has been for long acting as a responsible person. That's why pride in her eyes demurs. It's written here. Then the next line is, when pity would be softening through. She is a proud, she has pride in her eyes. But at the same time, pride alone is not going to make you a noble person. There should be pity also for those who actually need your support, need your favor. That's why pity would be softening through. So she has in her eyes pity. Pity for the man whom she has rejected. Pity is sign of her being a noble girl. That even after rejecting him, she is not being rude to him. She is looking towards him with the deep dark eyes, with the thoughtful eyes, where pride demurs, and pity at the same time. Pity because she has rejected him. Pity is sign of her being a noble-hearted girl. Okay, next line is, fixed me a breathing while or two. For this I can simply say, when you propose someone, this happens to you, that you just, for those moments when you are expecting the answer to be yes or no, you're waiting for that, those moments your life around you, the world around you stops, and you just be waiting for yes or no. This is what is happening here. Fixed me a breathing. Even her breathing, even his breathing stops for certain moments, because he's just looking towards her and waiting for her reply. With life or death in the balance, right? So when your breathing stops, your blood stops, you are in balance, life or death in balance. You don't know whether to die or live, because you are just eagerly waiting for reply of your beloved. That is the girl he is actually has asked for a favor. Yes or no, yes or no. That's the case. Life or death in the balance. The blood replenished me again. Replenish means it starts flowing again. It starts circulating again. Why? Everything that has actually stopped for this person because he was expecting answer. He was waiting for the answer when he had proposed at least for the last favor. So what happens? Replenished me again means something news, something good news has come. And that is good news is his last request is being granted. Okay, so blood replenished me again. My last heart was not at least in vain. So not vain means it was accepted by her that okay, it's fine, we can go on last ride together. This is the case. I and my mistress side by side shall be together, breathe and ride. So one day more I am deified. I must say what happens for a lover who proposes a girl, a lover who is true lover. Really, this happens that you just be waiting for her reply. She just say yes, just say yes. So this happens. You be in balance, life and death be in balance, and you really be so happy once you get answer in yes. And another thing is that what happens if you're in love with someone, those moments maybe 15-20 seconds 15-20 minutes or 1 hour half an hour, you just feel like nothing is around you there. You be just with your lover and you feel you those moments become the happiest moments for you, and that become the source of energy of your life for those for your lifetime. That's the power of love actually. It has a lot of energy because it gives you a sense of accomplishment. It gives you a sense that you deserve something in life. Deserving someone's love is something a great achievement, and that's why it has a lot of energy. So when she has said yes and she is now ready to ride together with him, he's really being so happy and is describing that I and my mistress side by side shall be together, breathe and ride. So he's saying breathe and ride. It means what? He wants to feel everything. Breathe, even breathing he wants to feel. Each and every moment he does not want to miss. That's why breathe and ride. I and my mistress side by side shall be together, breathe and ride. So one day more I am deified. He's saying, I am feeling like God. Why God? Because God's known to be happy, and He is the happiest soul on earth after her last request was accepted. So that's why he's saying, one day more I am deified. Who knows but the world may end today? One thing is there. Once you are there with your lover, this happens those moments when if you are in love, this happens with you that you feel those moments to be the happiest moments, and that moments those moments that you pass spend with your lover becomes permanent moments. They become eternal. I must say, what is the difference between temporary moments and eternal moments? Temporary moments, why? Because you are thinking of the next moment right now. You're not living completely today in the present moment. You are thinking of the next moment. After 1 hour you have to do this, after half an hour you have to do this. So many things are going in your mind. That's why those moments that you live become temporary, and those moments which are going to come you're thinking. That's why these moments you don't be able to enjoy and your life becomes temporary. But the case is that if you be in love with someone and that lover is there with you, so those moments become eternal, because then you don't think of what is going to happen half an hour later, what is going to happen 1 hour later. If you're really in love with that person, then what happens that those moments that you spend, even if they are for just 2-3 minutes, just 5-10 minutes, they become permanent for you, because those moments you don't think of future, past, anything. You just be in present, in the presence of your beloved. You enjoy those moments. That's the case here. He's calling him to be godlike. He's calling him to be the happiest soul. Why? Because these moments are the eternal moments for him. and he does not bother for anything whether the world is going to end tomorrow or today. What is going to happen is not at all worried, because his moments are the present moments, and these are the eternal moments that he is spending with his beloved. So this is actually the second paragraph. We can go for the third paragraph next day. Thank you.